Hello, everybody. Happy Labor Day. Happy Labor Day from me to you. You know, it's a leap of faith starting a live stream at 9:20 in the morning on Labor Day. If you guys are anything like me, for most of my life, Labor Day, Monday Labor Day, was a nooner. At best, it was a noon Taylor ham, egg, and cheese day. That's what it was. No matter how you slice it, I am here. I am GreenBean. Welcome to our little Monday Labor Day live stream. We're going to talk some Jets this morning. I am really happy to see you guys. I hope the weekend is treating you well, no matter where you are. I know, I come from New Jersey, right? And I grew up in New Jersey. I lived there for the first 32 years of my life. And what we did was we went down the shore. That's what we did. For most of my life, it was seaside. And then we had a Manasquan phase, Manasquan and Brielle. And for like 3 or 4 or 5 years toward the end of high school and the beginning of my adulthood, from like maybe 17 to 22, I was Wildwood. But that's so friggin' far from where I was. But either way, I love the Jersey Shore. I hope that a lot of you guys are going down there and being safe. The Jersey Shore can be beautiful. Matter of fact, I write all kinds of blogs about the Jersey Shore for Crazy Family Adventure. I deconstruct the whole history and everything going on. I know the Jersey Shore like the back of my hand. But it can get ugly too. I've been stabbed in the face on the Seaside Boardwalk. That's a different story. We'll get into that. Again, I hope you guys are safe. I am really happy to be here with you guys, and we're going to talk some New York Jets football on this last Monday before the first game of the NFL season. How psyched are you guys, man? This is it. Yesterday, I saw lots of tweets and lots of Instagram posts. The final Sunday before NFL football. The last Sunday without NFL football until February 23rd. Now, February 23rd is a leave. You know, we're talking about Jets football. So no matter how you slice it, we got 18 weeks of Jets football, a little bye sliced in the middle there. So we're going to have a good time being able to see our team. And what we're going to talk about today, among your thoughts, is the analysts and how they are viewing our New York Jets. Now, they can talk all sorts of fun stuff this way or that way. They could say, I think they look good. They got some good receivers. I like Zach Wilson. When it comes down to them making their picks and putting their name on the line, they're all out. They're all bearish, as we say, about the New York Jets. Before we get into it, I want to say hello to some of you guys. Anthony G, my good friend, was in here first. He was right on time, man. Anthony G, followed by Nick W. And who else? Kyle Orangeby was here. Right on, man. What's up, Kyle? And Alpha Anaconda. It's Snoopy is back. Look at him. He's all like, he's ready. That's what I see there. That's what I see, Snoopy. My Aunt Gina. Good morning, Aunt Gina. What are you doing up? I know why you're up and not at nooner. You know, we were nooners together for a little while there, weren't we, Gene? Labor Day was a good one. Got to recoup on Labor Day. Hunter Beckwith is here. Edward Ziff. What's up, Ed? It's good to see Captain K Techno. What time is it over there in Ireland, my friend? What time is it? The Sesh or the Sesh? What am I talking about? The Sesh is here. Ryan Jett. It's good to see you guys. That's right, Will. Green Week. And Fuge is jumping ahead of the game. We'll talk about that in a second, Fuge. But you're right. You're right on time, man. You're right with it. We got the sauce. Did you see Sauce Gardner? Had his little get-together announcing he's going to be the Buffalo Wild Wings sauce guy, right? He's the sauce. Let's get some of that. Our good friend Ryan from Jets Talk 24/7 was over there at Buffalo Wild Wings in the Willowbrook Mall in New Jersey, over there in Wayne, New Jersey, hanging out with Sauce Gardner. And I can't wait to try it. I'm going to go to Buffalo. I've never been to Buffalo Wild Wings. Never. Now, there's one in Charlottesville, so it's on the far end of Charlottesville. It's by the airport. I've never been to a Buffalo Wild Wings. You want to know why? Because I'm a wing snob. And anytime I've gone to like a wing, like a chain wing place, they're always grody to me. I'm like, nah, it's a fraud. It wings. So Buffalo Wild Wings has not gotten me there, but I thought she did. That was amazing. All right. But because Sauce Gardner has a sauce there, I'm doing it. I'm going to go. I'm going to go and get some sauce. That's it. Hey, Jet Life 45, you going to meet us at the Cyclone this year? I hope to see you. You and your lovely wife, you are welcome back, of course. It's gonna be fun, man. We got the sauce. I like that. Me 247. It's good to see you guys. You know what? We'll start with Anthony's super chat just to get this going, and then we'll talk about these announcers, these analysts. Anthony G says, "Hey Bean, happy Labor Day. No days off for the YouTube crowd. What do you think the biggest pleasant and unpleasant surprise we'll get this weekend?" Take her out of here, please. Yeah, just put her on the leash outside. Go ahead, put her out there. Sorry, guys. I have a young puppy husky who's just not happy. You can't trust her because she runs away. She's one of those, and she's I don't know. She's unhappy. But so let me say, I think the most pleasant surprise is going to be how effective our offense is. That's what I think. Whether it's Flacco, Zach Wilson's talking about being ready for week 1. Can you imagine if we just decided game day, Zach starting? I don't know. I would be unhappy with that. I think I don't think there's enough time. That's me. So, you're right. You got to give him a chance to actually heal and run with the offense, run with the ones and all that. But I still think Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, Breece Hall, Michael Carter, Tyler Conklin, Jeremy Ruckert, Uzoma, Berrios, Corey Davis, maybe even some Denzel Mims action. I think we have weapons, man. And I think that our offense is going to surprise a lot of people. That's what I think. And that unpleasant, I'm really hoping I'm wrong here, but I believe it will be the case, sadly. And I want to be wrong 100%. I think that we're going to be surprised and not surprised at our inability to stop the screens again. That's what I'm hoping that they come out and they just blow me out of the water and they can't run a single screen on us. We're covering the tight ends, peeling off. I hope we do all that. But I think, sadly, that's what the Ravens do, man. I mean, that's their expertise. They know how to utilize their running backs and tight ends. They are stacked with running backs and tight ends, and they're going to use them. And if we can't, the problem with that is if we are doing a good job with that, if we're kind of, on our heels but doing it, then Lamar Jackson takes off. So I'm really nervous about our defense. I'm excited about our defense. I want to make sure you know that, Anthony. But that's where we are. You got stabbed on the Seaside Boardwalk too, Hawk? What a crazy thing. I got stabbed my prom weekend. You can't see it. It was a screwdriver. The doctor said it looks like a screwdriver. It wasn't a clean cut at my face. And guys, man, people are nuts. Why do you do that? I was buying my sister tickets. She was a freshman in high school. I was buying her and her friends tickets for rides on Seaside. I was going to buy a little book for them, and they stabbed me. It's crazy. It's just crazy. So let's get into it, man. We have, thank you guys for all being here. I see Rob D and JTS and Ladi Hitman. I see you guys, man. And it's good to have you guys here. But so, as we probably know by now, most analysts all over the place, but we're going to talk specifically about NFL Network, okay? And we'll take a look at this. All of their guys decided they can't possibly, let me get that off of there. They can't possibly, they can't possibly choose the Jets. Week 1 against the Ravens. Now, look, there's even some momentum type of things, some emotional stuff that would lead people to think that the Jets kind of are going to ride an emotional wave through this. Don't forget, we beat the Patriots in the September 11th game. On the 10-year anniversary of the September 11th game, we beat the Dallas Cowboys. That was the Revis versus Dez Bryant. Really great battle game. Dez Bryant won some, Revis won. I think overall, Revis won the day, right? And I think it's one of the more famous because they were mic'd up and all that kind of stuff. Exposés into how good Revis really was. He locked Dez Bryant down for the most part. In the beginning of the game, they didn't have Revis on him, and he was doing some stuff. They locked him down with Revis, and it was a battle. But we won that game. That was the 10-year anniversary of September 11th. I think this one is the 21st, so it's a little bit different, but we didn't have a 20th game on September 11th, I think is how it worked out. So we're 2-0 on September 11th games, like, the games that are connected to that. So here we are. It's September 11th again. We're going in our home stadium. It's going to be packed. I think Jets fans are even more excited than last year. Last year we were excited. We had a new regime. We had a new young quarterback. We had some good free agents. We were excited about this guy and that guy, and it ended up being a complete turd, as we know. I sat with our boy Matt O'Leary in the morning. Not in the whole day, but it's like, I sat with him and, I wanted to have a good time with Matt, and we just sat there in silence like, boo. So this year, the fact that it's September 11th, we could be riding that in there too. That's something in our favor. But when you look at these guys, Gordon, I don't know who the hell he's got. I don't watch a lot of this stuff, so I don't know who these guys are. So forgive me. But G. Gordon Liddy says 24-10 Ravens. That would be disappointing. I don't want now 24-21 from E. Edholm. Now that would be a game that I could watch, right? 24-21 with like a last minute field goal. Like I said, I want to win. All right, clearly 100%. I want to ride these emotions. I want to go in there, surprise them, punch them in the face. Week one, upset, disappoint the Raven Nation. That's what I want to do. But if we just play a game, we compete, we belong on the same field, and they squeak it out because they're a 20-year organization. They've been together forever, the coaching staff and the organization and all the stuff. They got the pipelines and they're very, very well coached, well run. And if we can hang and they beat us at the end, that's the kind of game I could walk away from and feel good. You know what I mean? I want to be careful. I'm not saying we're going to lose and I want to lose. I think we're winning this game. But that is what it is. So K. Patra is another one I don't like. 23-12, but that's better than M. Messler, 31-19. Now that would be interesting because that would show that our defense has nothing for the Ravens, and that would be scary. That would be problematic. N. Shook, 24-10, Ravens. I don't like that. 24-10. I want more than 10 points, guys. If we walk out of there week one, all the emotions, everything going on, and we only score 10 points, I'm going to be upset. MJD, is that Maurice Jones-Drew? Is that who he is? Yay, guy. I still remember the one play. Remember the play, guys? Who's a diehard from way back? Who remembers the play? I want to look in the chat. Who remembers the play? Why I still hold a resentment against Maurice Jones-Drew. No, it's football. It is what it is, but I'm allowed to feel how I feel, okay? As you guys know, all I need is one reason to hate somebody on the football field. That's it, one. And I hold it, and I embrace it, and I snuggle it, and I use it for decades. Who remembers the play? Who remembers the play? Christopher Herb saying, why am I working on labor? This isn't working. This is hanging. This is hanging out. I'm finishing the paint job in my studio today. But you know what it is, Mike, Christopher? I moved the Jets pod to Wednesday because, like, as the game starts, it's going to be very hard to do what I do for the Jets pod and get it out early to my Patreon, but having to wait for the games. So I just feel weird not having something on Monday. That's what it is. I can't do it. So that's what it is. But I don't consider this working. Not this here. Just me. It's one thing if I have a whole show with Frankie and Jeremy. That's different. I put a lot into that. This is just me hanging out with you guys for an hour or so. So who remembers the play? That's it. There it is. Fear is grim. Thank you. Thank you, Furious. I like that name, dude. It's a good avatar too. I like you. Furious Grim, the play where he drops to the ground before the goal line. That's right. to avoid. That was, like when they do that, at the time, I just felt like it was such disrespect. Like they chose not to take the touchdown because the time ticking off the clock was more valuable. I hate it. I hated it. And that's it. That's it, Furious. That's all I needed. I don't need no Maurice Jones-Drew. I don't listen to him. So 33-17, screw you, buddy. That's what I say to you. M. Grant, 21-13. Now, that kind of game makes sense to me, but I would hate it. I need more than 13 points. That's what I need. Seawolf, 33-17. That's ugly. And let's skip them and go A-Rank, 35-17. Guys, do you see the disrespect? Do you see it? Most of these people, like you can see Ed Holmes saying, I think it's going to be a good game, but the Ravens are, come on, they're the Ravens going against the upstart Jets. So that makes sense. But the 33-17, 30 or two of those, you got 31-19. Like, God, who 19? Get out of here, Ems. You know what? Anytime that they do that, I'm just like, stop trying to overcomplicate it. You really think the Jets are scoring 19 points? That's what you think it is? You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But then you got Daniel Jeremiah, and this is where I wish it was somebody else. Daniel Jeremiah, Joe Douglas's very good friend. It almost feels to me like he just can't. He can't go out there and say it. He's got to give his buddy a little push, a little positive push. 24-23, 1 point win. New York Jets over the Baltimore Ravens. Can you imagine that game? That's the kind of game that damn near kills us. But we walk out victorious. There's lots of bloody noses and fat lips from us headbutting each other and all that kind of stuff. We go nuts on that one. That's right. Dark Soldier, I see, had it. That's right. Dark Side, I missed you, buddy. Yeah, so he had it too. I missed you. Fierce Grim was actually, oh no, you were below that. Yeah, so anyway, you guys had it. You guys had it. That's right, Solo Marco Polo. It's not working if you love what you do. I love hanging out with you guys. Just my life lately, like everything's changed. So I'm still trying to figure out my new schedule. And it's tough. I start teaching on Mondays next week. It's like teaching. Why did I sign up for that? What did I think? So what do you guys think? Now, Daniel Jeremiah was also a scout for the Ravens too. So that could, you could see him going that way out of respect to them. So maybe that's what he really thinks. 24-23. What do you guys think of this? Is this a scenario where most of the people, look, they all think something? Now, how many times have we looked at these analysts and said, screw you, but they're all right. They're all right. Yeah, see, Dre Wireless. That's right. You ran around the field with a trophy after they won the game. That's what I'm saying. I don't like those guys, and I don't have to like them. I don't like, just because he's an analyst now doesn't mean I have to forget, right? Nope. He's still in the football world. Again, outside of that, of course, I want everybody to be happy in their lives. That's what I want, but not in the football world. I don't like you. It's like Dan Marino. Did you know, like I watched Dan Marino for how many years as a New York Jet, number 13, a Dolphin against the Jets. The year after he retires, he buys a NASCAR. And I was big into NASCAR at the time, and I had a team. Bill Elliott was my driver, and all of a sudden, Bill Elliott teams up with, guess who? Friggin' Dan Marino. Oh, no, it was Joe Gibbs Racing. That's what it was. It wasn't my guy, but I had to watch and it was a number 13 with Dolphin colors. I'm like, why won't this guy leave me alone? So like David Conklin says, it's unbelievable that they think our offense will be so incompetent. But here's the thing. Now, I feel the exact same way, David. But from their perspective, they're saying they have this rookie quarterback who looked sporadic at best last year. You can say that there was progress, and there was. You can say all kinds of stuff. But look at them. Like, if you just from the naked eye, if they're not, ingesting Jets details like we are, if they're just looking, they know what they know. It could be, look, it makes sense. And then, so if it's Flacco, right, they go, okay, there's the revenge game thing, but he's 37 years old, right, 35. And He threw his last play in preseason was a stupid pick. He threw it right to the guy. So it's like when you look at that, I could see it. Now, I think otherwise, David, but it does make sense. It does make sense. Wilson starting week 1. I don't think that's happening. They didn't announce that, did they? Did I miss that? It's Flacco, right? And that's it, Finnegan. Finnegan begin again. He says, we haven't earned it yet. All right, but Aaron Butler, you know what? I'm putting you in a timeout. That's what you get for that stupid comment. I'm not even going to deal with you today. It's too close to the game for that kind of shit, buddy. I'm just telling you, when we win, Aaron Butler, if the Jets pull out this win and you're not back, we're going to find you. We will find you. We will find you on the line and we will harass you till the end of time if you don't come back and own it. That's what you do. Like I said, I've been online talking Jets for a long, long time. 99 out of 100 crap talkers online. They talk about this, we're going to that. When their team loses, 99 out of 100, you never see him again. There's one out of 100 who comes back and goes, damn, man, that was a good game or whatever. You better be that guy because you've been here for 4 months, 5 months, every single stream talking. We'll find you. That's right, Pimoni, New York Jets. He says, it's time for us to win games and not lose before we leave the locker room. That's it. Jets go 30-27 in overtime. Ooh, that would kill me, Pimoni. P-money. That would kill me. I don't want no overtime, guys. If we do, I mean, I would be happy with that result, of course, but I can't possibly handle that. I can't possibly handle that. I don't know. I don't want overtime. You guys are Jeff Gordon. I see a bunch of Jeff Gordons on there. Oh, I forgot to do the thing. So what is that? What is with these guys? I got to block all these guys. So, all right, Lights checking in. He says Baltimore scored 171 combined points in their last 4 openers. Yeah, that's going to be tough, isn't it? 171. So what's that? 171 divided by 4 is what? What do you think it is? It's a lot. Let me do the math for you guys. Hold on. I can't do that in my head. Let's see. 171 divided by 4. That's 42, an average of 42 points a game. Now it's skewed because they had that like 55, whatever. You know what I mean? But still, it's a lot, no matter how you slice it. So, it's going to be tough. So the whole thing is, man, is that we need to remember that energies are very, very real. And like was just said, it's about not losing before you leave the locker room. It's about coming out on the field and actually believing you can win and not being stale and we're going to have a slow start. Slow starts are coaching. 100%. Slow starts are coaching. Now, if that's because you don't believe you need to motivate people, maybe, or if that's because you're overwhelming people and they're in their brains too much, one or something, it's one or the other. Maybe they just, I don't know. You're letting them kind of mosey along. They're all yawning. They're up all night. Those kinds of things. Like they're out, it's Saturday night, so they all went out and they had, they were seen at the clubs at Scores at 2 a.m., like whatever, some crap like that. Then that's a problem, but no matter how you slice it, thank you, Lights, I see it. Yeah, but no matter how you slice it, if you come out and your team is slow to start, they look kind of dead. They're sloppy. The quarterback's off. The defense is slow. They're okay. All right. They're trying to settle down. That's coaching. They should hit that field at 100 miles an hour. That's it. It is a big prove it year for Saleh. Solo Marco Polo. It's a big prove it year. That's it. Now, he doesn't have to prove that we can go to the playoffs. He doesn't even have to do that. Isn't it crazy? Like our expectations, guys. We were talking about this when I was on Asman the last time, a few months back. We were talking about this. And it's funny because we both had conversations with friends of ours from other teams that are fans of other teams. And we were saying, like, like, what are your expectations? Like the expectations from Jets fans, most realistic Jets fans, we're asking for 7 to 9 wins. That's what it is. And we don't want, and no more blowouts. And other fans of other teams are like, that's what you want? 7 wins? Like, do you realize how low of an expectation that really is? 7 wins? And not like 0-8, and then you pull out 7 on the end. Like, 7 wins, 8 wins. That's what we're looking for. If Saleh can't produce that with everything that Joe Douglas gave him this year, or the last 2 years, really, then we have an issue. I know. Gene's like, you're still trying to do, I can't. I don't know how to do math. All right, I got to go. Hold on. I got to fucking change this. This is ridiculous, man. You know what it is? It's Facebook, bro. Facebook is the worst. Facebook is the worst. I should never even stream to Facebook, honestly. That's the truth of the matter. I'll get rid of those guys in a second. Oh my God, what am I thinking? Holy shit. Okay, I'm just doing the thing. I'm going to get them out of here. Let's see how it goes. I forgot to do the thing, guys. You guys always get mad at me. Everybody tells me. All right, so I just put it through. Let's see if this has an impact. I'll get rid of those guys. We'll see. We'll see if it works. All right. So what's up? Mark M's coming in from Scotland. He wants Clemons. He wants to get a Clemons shirt. Is that a premature choice? Well, here's the thing, Mark. The truth is that getting any rookie shirt is a premature choice. Like I've shared many, many times, I do not buy new jerseys. I don't do it as a rule of thumb. Like the last one that I bought, who the hell was it? Maybe it was, I don't know. I don't remember. Chris Ivory. That's who it was. I loved Chris Ivory. This guy's great, man. And like 2 years later, he's gone. Like it's one of those things. I used to buy the jerseys. Hugh Douglas I had. Marvin Jones. Marvin Jones lasted at least. That was a good one. But I broke protocol and I bought my son a Sam Darnold jersey the night that they announced the new jerseys. My son, he's young. He loved the black. He's young. That's who that's for. Those jerseys were for the young people. They weren't for us old heads, I'll tell you that. We were like, boo! So, but they had 80 or 75% off or some crazy stuff, 50% off that night if you bought it on the release. So my son was all excited. So I bought him a black Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold was gone 2 years later. I'm like, that's it. So for me, this is just me. I have plenty of friends and guys I talk to on here that feel the exact opposite. No way. Buy the jersey. Get, root. I'm with that too. And I understand it, just not for me. So any rookie jersey is premature or can be viewed as it. But dude, if you're excited about a player, do it. If you're going to buy a jersey about and you like him the best, do it. Because I'll tell you what, the team puts out jerseys, right? Like they want you to buy 3 jerseys. So they put out, they push Sauce Gardner, they push Garrett Wilson, and maybe they'll push another one, right? Like Elijah Moore last year, Zach Wilson, obviously. So most people are going to have those. Like if you go to the stadium, you'll still see them. You'll still see a bunch of Sanchez. You'll still see a bunch of Revis. Revis is a good one, obviously, but Sanchez, it's time to get a new jersey, right? I mean, that's just me. When I see Sanchez jerseys, I'm like, I can't wear one, but I'm me. I can't wear a Sanchez jersey. Now, if he was, if he didn't end he had 2 great years with us, really. But I don't know. So you'll still see that because that's what the team puts out there. Most people see that and they get the jersey. But if you go deep and you buy a Michael Clemons jersey, you're going to be among a smaller group. So when he blows up, like when you're You know what I mean? Like you're kind of the guy. You have it. And you go into the stadium and there's like a pride, there's a respect about that. Yeah. It's like, Fireman Ned wore Harper jersey all forever. And then he changed it and he bought a Browning Nagel jersey. That didn't work out. And then he changed it and bought a Sanchez jersey and that didn't work. So it's like, dude, just wear your Harper jersey. Just wear it. It's like me. I have my Klecko. I got my Gastineau. I have my Dennis Bird. And I have my Mo Lewis. That's so I wear one of those. That's what it is for me. But Mark, especially being over there, buy the damn Michael Clemons jersey. Right, guys? Right? That's what we want. So Graham says 7 wins is a failure in my eyes. Well, yeah, and I can understand that. 7, but look, if we go from 2 wins to 4 wins and we get up there to 7 wins and we're like a competitive team and we're losing some games in the last 3-4 minutes because we're young and everything. That's what it is. 7 to 9 wins. If 7 is my floor, anything below 7, and it's like, this is a failed season, man. Failed season. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm one with you. 7 is the floor. But think about it. Even if you're rooting for, even if you think like realistically, what should this team do? 8, 9? It's still that more than likely won't make the playoffs. 9 might. 8's not gonna. Not in the AFC. So think about that. Even guys like maybe Graham, and you haven't put out which number you think is appropriate, but let's say it's 8, 9. Then it doesn't get the playoffs. Like that's still, most fans are rooting for 10 and up. Most. And realistically, they think they can do it. Maybe not the Jags. Texans fans. I talked to a Texans fan, I don't know, a month and a half ago. He's like, bro, Davis Mills, Brandon Cooks, get out of here. We're back. Like, really? Huh. I'm thinking that they're going to have some problems. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe Davis Mills is the guy. Maybe Davis Mills is the guy. So, but I hear that, Graham. But even still, like if we're looking toward 8, 9, that's still low expectations. Like to allow this organization to progress in the right way, like they're doing it the slow and steady way. We can see it. Now this year, thankfully, Joe Douglas looks like he's about ready to start competing, right? And we saw the difference. We saw him spend almost every dollar in free agency. Last year, he didn't do that. He kept $20 million or whatever it was. We also saw him the first 2 drafts trading back to acquire more capital, more thirds, more fourths, more sixths. That's what we saw him do. This year, we saw him use his later round picks to go up there and get the guys that he wanted. He traded up to get Jermaine Johnson. He traded up to get to Breece Hall. So that's different, man. And he left himself with what, $7 million after Dwayne Brown? And now he just restructured CJ Mosley's contract. Oh, look at this. I got a comment. Harry's getting on a plane. Leaving on a jet plane. Harry's coming up from South Florida, actually Western Florida, on the coast. He's coming up for his first home game at MetLife Stadium. He has not been to a Jets home game, guys, since Shea. Harry! I love it. I can't wait to meet Harry. Harry's going to be with us at the Coney Island Cyclone. I'll announce that right now. Again, guys, if you are going to be in the area, anywhere within an hour or and a half, if you're in North Jersey, if you're flying in, you're in Queens, you're in Brooklyn, you're in Manhattan, Long Island, meet us at the Coney Island Cyclone, 11 a.m. on Saturday, the day before the game. And let's make this a Jets weekend. All Jets fans are going to descend. Now, I don't know if we'll have 5 people or 105. I don't know. Last year, we had about 15, 16. And it was a blast, man. It was such a good day. We rode the Cyclone. We did the Jets chant from the top of the Cyclone. Then we went and had Nathan's. Then we walked around Coney Island. We went and did the Jets chant from the other coaster, the Thunderbolt. And then we went to L&B Spumoni Gardens and had one of Brooklyn's most storied pizzas. It's very unique. Sauce on top. So we're going to do something like that again. We're going to do the Coney Island Cyclone. I don't know if we'll get Nathan's or not, but we're definitely going to do the Cyclone, and we're going to mosey on over to L&B, and we're going to get some pizza and hang out, and we'll have some Spumoni. I know Harry's going to be there. I'm going to be there. Sack Exchange and some of the Jet Lounge guys will be there. I know Jeremy from Jets Chaos. I believe Nick Shine might be coming. There was a few more guys. Jets Media can't. Ryan can't. Matt O'Leary can't. He was there with us last year. But anyway, you guys are all invited. You guys are all invited. So that would be fantastic. It's a great time, man. You know, just getting together, like getting the energy going. Let's go. Let's do this thing. Rugg says his last Jets jersey was Victor Green. That's what I'm saying, Ruggs. Now, if you walk into that stadium, number one, you're kind of alone. There might be, out of 80,000 people, there might be 10 more in the whole stadium, Victor Green, realistically. And you know that everybody who sees it, they know. And they go, ooh, yeah, right? There's something about that to me. I'm like, I'm the kind of guy, and to right or wrong, but, you know, I don't know. But I'm the kind of guy who enjoys like deep cuts. Like I like that stuff. Like I like to go to shows. Like I go to, and I wear specific shirts. I don't wear necessarily the shirt of the, it's not like I can't wear the band, but I can't wear the shirt of the tour that I'm on. I always buy a tour shirt, but I wear stuff that's like from 10 years ago. I want people to know I'm real. That's what, I don't know what that is. It's just part of the fun for me. I'm legit. Like my son is going to the Blue Ridge Rock Festival this week. It sucks because it's the same weekend as the Jets. I was supposed to take them and whatever. But it's like, so I mean, everybody from Alice Cooper to Tenacious D to Hatebreed and Slipknot. It's 3 days of, of mayhem. And I gave him some of my concert shirts. I got concert shirts from the fucking 80s, man. You know what I mean? I said, oh, you wear this. You wear this. He's like, yeah. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about the jerseys. I check this dog. I got a whiner dog. So yeah, everybody's saying buy it. Dark Soldier says buy it, buddy. Buy that jersey. Buy that jersey. Ryan Jett says Sanchez's career got screwed over at the end in 2013 when Rex put him back into the fourth preseason game. Then he got his shoulder. Well, that's true. But you know what really destroyed his career is when they started to destroy the team. Because look, Sanchez was the weak link in that team. Now, he was maybe too much put on him as a rookie. You can argue that. But let's not forget, if we had like just like any, let's say we had like a Carson Wentz or anybody like just a good quarterback. Carson Wentz threw 27 touchdowns and 7 picks last year. And they didn't want him. Look at Jimmy G. Like if we had like a Jimmy G, just somebody to mitigate the mistakes, we win the Super Bowl. We had the number 1 rushing attack in the NFL. We had I think it was top 3 offensive line, and we had the number 1 defense in the NFL. So when they started 2011, Ryan, when they started to just deconstruct that roster, Sean Ellis, Brad Smith, Jericho Cotchery, Braylon Edwards, Leon Washington, Thomas Jones. They started to tear it down. They got rid of Kerry Rhodes the year before. So they started to deconstruct that roster. And that was it. Sanchez wasn't good enough to make good with Plaxico and Mason and those kinds of guys. But yeah, that was, that's the thing. It's like we saw it when, listen to me. I'm going to give you guys a great example of the difference between Saleh and Rex. Now, I loved Rex his first 3 years. I was a big Rex guy the third year as well. But even though I wanted it to turn around, I saw that he wasn't going to be able to do it the 5th, 6th year, right? Hold on. So when the play that you're talking about, Ryan, was the end of the Giants preseason game, and it was high energy, and Rex got swallowed up by that. Said, "Yeah, throw in our starters. Let's go win the game." And it had the game meant nothing except in here and in here. A very similar thing happened in the last preseason game. Now, not the same scenario, but Joe Flacco, who looked pretty good in the game, he looked pretty good. You know, Michael Carter had the fumble, kill him one drive, then he had the pick. And Robert Saleh said, I already had it pre-designated how much he was going to play. And it's unfortunate that he threw a pick. He said, the competitor in me wants to put him back out there so he can redeem himself. But it's not smart to do it. So you can see that's something that I really do appreciate. While I tend to think like Rex, I was a fan. I was like, yeah, believe me. That day I got nervous, but I remember that very clearly. Yeah, let's do it. Because it's exciting and it's fun. But you want your coach to be able to override that, to not be susceptible to those whimmy emotions of the game. You want them to be able to think analytically, constructively, intelligently. He said it in his press conference. I wanted to put him back out there. And he wanted to go back out there. But if I put him out there and something terrible happens, is it really worth it? He said, it's not. Time for Mike White. Sorry, it sucks that you ended it like that. It does, but that's what it is. And I appreciate that. That's, to me, that's what I always appreciated about John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh, to me, seems like he's so incredibly stoic, but not stoic like Bowles. Bowles seemed almost like he was not there. He was just watching the game. John Harbaugh is clearly into the game. He's clearly running the game. But he's so even keeled. He's not susceptible to those emotional stuff. Now, he'll get hot every now and then, start yelling at the refs or whatever. Of course, he's a great coach. But that I want my head coach to be able to think that is a dumb move, even though everybody wants me to do it. In this moment, it's a dumb move and I don't want to do it. So that's the difference. Hopefully it works. Right, Ryan? No skills. Nose kills. One doesn't just buy a Clemons jersey. You walk into the store, you don't make eye contact, and you hope the jersey chooses you. That's it. See that? You hear that, my Scotland brethren? That's how you do it. See, now, he's probably going to have to go online, but you got the same thing online. You got to see if the jersey even comes on your screen. It might not. That's so fantastic. And, I was watching something, I forget what it was, something Jets, and I caught it. And they were talking about Michael Clemons. You know what it was? And they were talking about Sheldon Rankins. Sheldon Rankins was saying, this guy, Michael Clemons, number one, the team loves him. They love Michael Clemons, the whole team, from the coaches to the players on offense, on defense. They just love this guy. He's all business, but he's not an asshole about it. Now, I was watching, I caught something else about James Harrison. You remember James Harrison from the Steelers? And I saw this thing. It was on Instagram. I just popped on it just scrolled through my life. But he said, I have a resting face, which people perceive as angry. People think I'm mad and they get upset. They get nervous. They get intimidated. And he said, but that's just my normal face. And he said, if I'm trying to look mean, I do this. But when I'm just like this, and he goes, people think that's angry. And you know what? That's their problem. I'm not going to change who I am and try to smile all day so you don't feel intimidated. That's who I am. Michael Clemons, to me, has a very similar air about him. He is who he is, and he goes 100 miles an hour, no matter the play, no matter the scenario. The comment of Joe Klecko, And he said he was a 6th round pick and he was going against the 2nd round pick or whatever. And everybody was all excited about him. And he said, like they were in practice and they said half speed and he went full speed, crushed him and crushed the quarterback. And they were yelling at him. And he said, hey, look, I'm going to be here all day. You have a job and I don't. So I'm going 100%. You better know that. I'm here to save my job. And that's what I'm doing. Joe Klecko was respected and revered because he went the same speed every single play. There was no scenario where Joe Klecko went, I don't have to play 100% on this play. Michael Clemons brings that same air, in my opinion. That's what it is. Look at this. Edward Ziff in complete agreement. Look at that, Ed. I didn't even see this yet. I didn't even see this. What an amazing thing. That's the greatest thing about Michael Clemons. And it's so crazy to me, Ed. It's like, why can't every player do that? Why is it that you see players taking plays off? Why is it that when like a defensive end, he rushes and they start to run the other way and he just stops? Why? Why is that? Like if I was the coach, if I was the general manager, which is, I really want to be a general manager. I don't want to be a coach. If I was going to do anything, like, what would you do? I'd be like, fucking Jets GM. Hello. That's what I'd do. But, if you see that, if you see your players in the middle of a game taking plays off, you pull them aside and you say, you're about to lose your job. I'm going to bench you. That's it. You go 100%. We're paying you $9 million a year. We've given you every single resource in the world, dietitians, trainers, all this stuff. All we're asking is that you go 100% when you're on the field. That's it. If you can't do that, I'm benching you. I'll play the next kid. I don't think that's too difficult, right? Is that too hard? Is that too much to ask? But Ed, I'm with you, bud. Look at this. Jeremy Crowder checking in. Now, I want to tell you guys something. Number one, thank you so much for all the donations to the Jets Fund, the Wayward Jets Fan Fund. Okay. We've now gotten 4 people to go to the game that have never been to a Jets game before. Never. We got 4 people to go, including Iowan Jet, who has taken over the fund and he's managing it for me. Fucking guy's amazing. This guy, Jeremy, and I'm happy to see you here, buddy. We are very close to having enough funds to get him and his wife to the game. They're from Missouri. We have the tickets. We have almost enough. So if you guys would like to help get him here to the game with us, it would actually be week 3 against the Bengals. And thank you to Vino for donating the tickets. Thank you, Vino. So if you guys wanted to, we're close. We're very close to being able to get them there. Admittedly, the donations have just about dried up. So it was really rolling for a minute. We had a nice long list. I still got like 8 or 9 people on the list that obviously I'm not going to be able to help. But we did get, this would make it 6. 6 people. We got to their first Jets game, man. Come on. What's better than that? So I hope you can get there, man. I know you've been talking to Iowa Jets. Jeremy. And it would be, and I don't believe you're the real Jeremy. I was thinking Jamison Crowder. I'm sorry. That was all of me. So Jeremy Crowder from Missouri. We're trying to get him to the game. If you guys would like to help, the link is in the description of this very video, and it would be appreciated. We're close. We can't guarantee it, right? We're at the behest of the funds. So I've donated. I donated a whole stream's super chats one time. So and I donated $20 myself, just to kind of just to kick in, just to do the thing. But so if you got $5, $10, and let's help get this guy to the game. Can't guarantee it, but we're almost there, aren't we, Jeremy? And good luck, buddy. Oh, Jets Forever decided to wake up. Look at this. Look at this. Jets Forever, welcome to the show, buddy. So let me see what else we got here. CD says, Clemons barely moves. He happens to be remains standing in the same spot on the line of scrimmage when the play has all but finished, and now he's able to get a clear shot at the ball. It's an interesting statement. You know what I think Clemons were, Clemons is one of those guys. It's like when you have long striders, right? We talk about it all the time. Like guys with long strides, like they look like they're not moving fast, but nobody can catch them because they're not like they're just like and it looks like they're going a little bit slower. Michael Clemons almost has that from my view. He almost looks like a guy that he's like he's not going for, but you can see it. Like you can, I don't know. It's hard to explain for me, but I think Michael Clemons, my hope for Michael Clemons is that what he brings that is contagious to the rest of the team. That's what it is. We need our guys to actually be able to go 100%. I believe if we go 100%, Quinnen, JFM, Jacob Martin, Jermaine Johnson, Solomon Thomas, if they're going 100% on every play, CJ Mosley, Jamie Sherwood, Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed, Jordan Whitehead, if they're going 100% on each play and our coaches know how to put them in the right positions, I see no reason why we can't win. None. Hey, Frankie. What's up, Frankie? Good morning, buddy. Frankie from Flatbush in the corner. That's what he is. That's Frankie. We had a good time on the Thursday thick of it last week. That was fun, man. That was fun. Look, everybody's loving you, Frankie. That's up. What's up, Riz? It's good to see you. Well, that's interesting. I just did. See that, Jeremy? How interesting is that? Jacob Martin, though, it's a weird thing because nobody's talking about him because he wasn't really doing anything in the preseason. No, I don't even know, honestly, how much he played. I really don't know how much he played. And what an interesting thing, because the Jets gave him a nice contract. They committed to him for a little while. Now, it's not bank breaking or anything like that, but it's a strong contract. They committed to him. I think he's got 2 years of guaranteed money. And while he hasn't lit the league on fire or anything yet, he was the best pass rusher on the Texans last year. And that's not saying much, right? It's not saying much. But adding him to the rotation is going to be good. It's going to be interesting to watch because he's another one that goes 100 miles an hour the whole time. And like, if you look at this from using a wide lens, you can see what the team is actually trying to accomplish, what Joe Douglas is actually trying to do. He's trying to bring in guys who are self-motivated. He's trying to bring in those guys. They're not schlubs. They're not Quentin Copels. Like Rex thought he could motivate Quentin. He had so much natural and raw talent. I can get him to play. Not unless you're, kicking him in the ass every single play. You can't do it. He's just not that guy. So we're trying to bring in those guys that go 100% all the time. Now, maybe some of the older guys, that we had to get rid of, and maybe some that are still there. I mean, they call Nathan Shepard the king of strain. I don't know. I see him as a weak link. That's what I see. But they like the fact that he goes balls to the wall. I mean, he's not very good when he goes balls to the wall. So, but you can see it. If you back up and just take a look, you can actually see it, right? And David Conklin loves the D-line. Yeah, me too. Keep guys fresh. I'm with it. Remember when they were talking about the 30 snaps a game and the 60% and all, and then Saleh clarified and he said, well, you got to understand, he thinks, Jeff Ulbricht actually thinks that they're going to get off the field in 3 plays every drive. So that's when he's talking about those numbers. It's like, now think about that. If our defense is so good that they don't get first downs very often, okay, 30 plays is a lot all of a sudden. Now, I don't think that's real. I don't know. We haven't even figured out how to get off the damn field on 4th down. So, I mean, teams are going to do that again, man. We know that. The Ravens are going to come out and they're going to show us that they have zero respect for RD, and they're going to go on fourth down. If it's 4th and 3 or anything under it, they're going to go. Unless they're backed up in their own, 30-yard line. They're going to do it. V-Man, what's up? Good morning, V-Man. He says, isn't there a common trend when all but one analyst picks a team to win, the one who doesn't ends up being right? Am I crazy or is that accurate? You know what, V-Man? In truth, I don't have those types of stats, but I think it does happen. But I would actually think it leans toward the other way. I think more times than not, when 9 out of 10 people are choosing something, especially when it comes to sports, I think more times than not, they're right. More times. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, and that just we might be aware of that more because we're usually the team people think aren't going to win. That's the truth, right? That's the truth of it. Usually, for the last 10 years, guys. Now, 2015 was different. It was an anomalous year. But generally speaking, from 2011, and you could say 2011, maybe not, 2012 on, so for 10 years, barring 2015, if you picked the Jets to lose, you were right more times than not. Now, you had the first Adam Gase year. We pulled out 7 wins. So that technically was a good first year. We were 4 wins the year before, or 3, right? So when he came out and we were miserable remember how bad our season was? We were 1-6 or 1-7 that year. And we ended up being 7-9, the vaunted 6-2 finish. But hey, 6-2 is 6-2. We know the truth of it. But 6-2 is still 6-2. So they were excited. They said, okay, maybe Sammy's the guy. Maybe Gase is the guy. I think Joe Douglas already knew. That's what I think. He said, okay, we're going to put him out there. We'll see again. I'm going to get him this. I'm going to get him that. And we'll see. He didn't know, we were miserable. We were 0-12 that year. So it's crazy. But so Adrian says, you Jets fans have to be realistic. That's right. You do, you Jets fans. Hey, Benji. What's up, Benji? Good to see you. I sent you. You got to send me your address, buddy. I sent you an email. Send me your address. You're one of 3 of you guys I can't seem to grab. I owe you a shirt. Send me your address if you could, unless you don't want it. You're like, I don't want your stupid shirt. Just tell me. I'll leave you alone. Yeah. Let's see what else we got, and then we'll wrap this one up. It's been a good morning. I hope you guys are having a safe weekend, man. Let's not forget what this is, guys. It's not just the end of summer. This is one of the most important days of the entire year, and I think we forget that. Our workforce, our American workforce, fought for years, decades, to get certain rules in place, like 40-hour work weeks, like fire exits, like 12-year, 10-year-olds cannot be working 50 hours a week in a factory. Those kinds of things. Weekends. A 2-day week. Like, we just take these things for granted, but we had to fight for this stuff. As a nation, no matter which, side you're on, as a nation, our workforce fought for decades to get real working conditions. You see it. It's going the other way, man. They got us thinking this is a drinking holiday. This ain't a fucking drinking holiday. This is real. Anyway, I hope you guys are feeling that gratitude for our lives. We got beautiful lives, and we're going to watch a beautiful team kick the living shit out of the ugly Ravens. That's what we're going to do in a beautiful stadium that we all hate. That's funny, Snowball. It was destiny for him to be. That's funny. That's nicely placed. I like that kind of comedy. But you guys are the best. And this is going to be a fun game. If you guys are going to the game, again, I really hope to meet as many of you as I can. I'm going to be at Jetnation's tailgate for a little bit, but that'll be in the morning. I'm going to be hanging out over there. That's in Lot J. And then I'm going to go, for the most part, I'll be tailgating with Jet Lounge. So we'll be over there. I'll be there with everybody else, so there's a lot of people going to that one. Fresh mozzarella, saucy, like real stuff from Italian delis, man, in Brooklyn. That's what we're doing. Hey, I can't wait. It's going to be great. It's going to be a fun day. And look, again, man, if you guys are there, morning, Phil. If you guys are there, I really highly recommend, and I hope that you show up at the Coney Island Cyclone. Think about that, especially if you're coming from out of town. I lived in New York. I shouldn't say. I lived in the tri-state. I lived in New Jersey, but I did live very close to New York for a long time. And I had never been to the Cyclone. Now, granted, a lot of my life, Coney Island was not a place you wanted to be. It was really tough. That was, remember the Warriors, the movie The Warriors? That's what Coney Island was like. So it wasn't a family place anymore. Over the years, they slowly rebuilt it and took it back. It's gorgeous now. It's gorgeous. It's everything you ever wanted it to be. So we're going to go there and do that. And it's a beautiful place, man. And to ride literally the world's most famous roller coaster. There's no other roller coaster that has more hoopla around it than the Coney Island Cyclone. There are older coasters. There are better coasters. There are newer coasters. There are bigger coasters, faster coasters, all that stuff. But nothing has the historic significance like the Coney Island Cyclone. It's $10. You get on it, and it's a great ride. It is so fun, and it's nice and long, too. It's a good ride. And then, not for nothing, we'll all be together. It's going to be fun. Mumtaz, what's up, man? Good morning, Mumtaz. Admire your positivity, GreenBean, but the fact is that they have the best secondary, and Flacco will throw interceptions, and our O-line has shown nothing. And let's see if the linebackers improved. Yeah. So you're going into this negative? I'm not wired like that, Montez. I can't do it. If I'm going into the season negative for me, I feel like, I don't know. Why would I do this? Like, that's me. Like, I can't. Like, it's 0-0. We added 5 first-round picks in the last 2 years. And our 2 second-round picks were Breece Hall and Elijah Moore. Widely regarded as first-round talent, both of them. So that's 7 first-round picks in 2 years. In addition to that, we've added Pro Bowl players, Laken Tomlinson, Dwayne Brown. How the hell can it not be? It's a home game. Like, yeah, sure, we have things to work on. We don't know, but we don't know what our offensive line is going to be. Like, we saw them against the Giants. That was their first time ever playing together. So, yeah. He says it's going to be great. Well, we don't know if it's going to be great. Concerns are valid, but I won't do it. I will not go into week 1, especially go into the game with a grimace on. Hell no, I can't do it. Now, if I walk out pissed, that's a different story. I can't control that. But this, Mumtaz, my friend, spin it. There's no reason to be glum. Don't forget, the Ravens were 8-9 last year. They had a losing record. They had a rash of injuries. They're rusty. Lamar Jackson's in a contract dispute. There's all kinds of stuff going on. They're depending on rookies in many instances. Hey, it's week 1. It's week 1. We're going to go into this, and we're at home, September 11th. There's lots of reasons to believe. Turn that frown upside down, my good friend Mumtaz. That's it. Preseason, guys, you got to remember what preseason is. Preseason is to decide who you want on your team and to get guys the juices flowing. That's what it is. 3-0. It's fun. It's more fun than 0-3. But you got to get the work in. So here's my advice. Genuine positive attitude. Here's my advice. You take it or leave it. The Jets have done amazing things personnel-wise these last 2 years. amazing things. Again, our general manager figured out a way to get 7 first-round talents on this team in 2 years. In addition to that, he's added really good contributors in the mid to lates. Okay? Do not overlook that. 7 first-round talents in 2 years who we don't even know yet. Just saying. If you can't get happy about that, I don't know what it's going to take. 7. Usually we get 1 a year. 1, maybe your second round pick is a first round talent. Maybe. You know what I mean? 7. 5 first round picks in 2 years, and Elijah Moore and Breece Hall in the second. Don't forget, they were like the first 3 or 4. They're that first 10 picks of the second, he's first round talent most of the time. Unless you suck like McCagnon and you're taking 5th round talent in the second. We've done great things. It's the second year in the system. There's numerous reasons to hang. There's numerous places to hang your hat and be happy. Numerous. If you can't see them, that's a choice. Yes, we have concerns. The Ravens got concerns too. Plus, they're going to be overlooking us a little bit. Hey, buddy. Yeah, you all clean. Did they clean you? That all said, my good friends, it is time to feel good. Do I have anything special planned if the Jets make it to what? The Super Bowl? I don't plan that far ahead, V-Man. If we make it, then we'll figure that out together. We'll do that one together. So, again, numerous reasons to feel good. If you can't choose one of them or 10 of them to feel good about, that's a choice. I am choosing feel fucking good, man. And I'm going into this game with high energy. I'm driving 6 hours up to hang out with you guys. We got guys flying in or driving in from all over the country. There's no reason to walk into that like this. I won't do it. I refuse. Again, way out, different story. I don't have much control over that shit. All right. Here we go, guys. I loved being here with you. Happy Labor Day, everybody. Again, be safe the rest of the day. Use today to the best of your ability to recoup, rest, be grateful for what it is that we have in our lives. And the Jets are playing this weekend. This weekend, my friends. There it is. I love you all. I hope that you guys feel really good about the Jets, because again, lots of reasons to feel that way. Have a great week, everybody. I'll see you shortly. Greg Jets Pod coming out on Wednesday, Thursday, thick of it, all kinds of good fun. I will see you next time. Have a great day.
I love Jets fans. You name one other organization that deals with the shit that we deal with and is still this passionate. Sure, you got the little segments, the dog pound. But look at the Patriots fans. They just had 20 years of there are kids, there are 20, 21-year-old, 25-year-old people in this world that are Patriots fans who have never known losing. Never in their entire lifetime. They were born into this Belichick-Brady thing, and they have consistently won. They've won 6 Super Bowls. They've been to 9 or whatever it is. And then when they didn't get in there, they were the AFC Championship game or the semifinals or whatever. And what happens the year that Tom Brady leaves? Dude, you have droves of people leaving the Patriots. These are diehard Pats fans. This is what they have. Diehard Pats fans going to be Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans. Why? Because I'm a fucking fan of Tom Brady. Bullshit. What is that?
Chargers. 2nd and 9, and Rivers. What a stick by his own guy. By his own guy. Tolbert is the one down on the field.
making the catch, and that collision with Ryan Thomas. Injury timeout.